Hi everyone and welcome to this tutorial. It's kind of something that was inspired by Desi Perkins. It's half a melted face. It looks really gruesome, and if you want to know how to do it then just keep watching. So I started with half my face already done, the top half, in regular makeup, and for some reason my camera decided not to record the first part of this video. But basically all I've done is outlined along my face with a nudie pink lip liner just where I wanted the drips to be, and all I'm doing now is just using an old brush to brush liquid latex all over the bottom half of my face. I'm trying really hard to not go over the lines, but if you do go over the lines at this point it doesn't really matter because you can just go back and touch up later. I'm going to speed quite a lot of this video up because it was quite a long process to create this look, so a lot of it will be in fast forward, but I'm going to talk you through each step. I'm going to be taking cotton wool today to put on top of the liquid latex. I've tried this before with toilet roll, but I find that cotton wool just looks more muscle-like. It's quite disgusting, but it looks more like fibrous muscle than toilet paper does. So yeah, I'm using that. I'm just sticking it on and then putting another layer of liquid latex on top of it. I find it quite handy to wear a latex glove while doing this as well, otherwise if you do need to get your hands in there then your hand gets really sticky, so using a glove makes it a lot easier. So just continue the process all over the area that you want to be covered. It takes quite a while, but it's worth it because it does add a lot of texture to the finished look. Now you just want to sit and wait for it to dry. Quite a boring step, but necessary, because if you try and put makeup over wet latex then it just goes awfully wrong. So while it's drying I'm just going to be adding a really light concealer to one side of the drips with a small brush just to create a kind of highlight effect. Just makes them look a tiny bit more realistic. And I'm going to be taking a light brown eyeshadow that's quite cool toned on a small pencil brush just to shadow the opposite side of the drip, creating a shadow again to try and make it look a little bit more realistic. Next up you just want to grab a lip liner pencil. Mine's a Rimmel one, it's like a dark burgundy shade, and I'm just using this to go around the edges of the liquid latex to define the drips a little bit more, and it gives you a really good guide for when you start to colour in the bottom half of the face. Try not to be as heavy-handed as I am, otherwise you'll end up snapping your lip liner like I did. You just want to grab any red lipstick that you've got. This is just a random one that I've never even used before, and what you're going to do is just colour in the entire bottom half of your face with it. Doesn't matter if you go over the lines, just rub it out with your finger. And then I'm going to be taking a darker shade just to do the exact same thing, just to go over the top and create a little bit more depth. With this one as well I decided to colour in my lips. I wasn't going to until the end of the video, but I figured doing the same to the lips as I do to the skin would make it look more tied together. And then I'm going to be taking a purple lipstick and literally just doing again the exact same thing, just stippling it on all over just to create a little bit more depth. Then I'm going to be taking a mauve coloured eyeshadow and just tapping it all over the bottom half of my face. This kind of mattifies the lipstick a bit and makes it look less shiny and again adds more depth. I chose to use a Rimmel liquid lipstick, a red one, to go around the edges of the drips to create kind of a wet blood looking effect, but as I was doing it I realised it was kind of pulling away all the product I'd already put down. But I still went with it, but at this point I realised that I needed to blend my ear in a little bit with the red, so I just picked up that eyeshadow brush again and did that, and then continued on just kind of patting around the edges with that liquid lipstick to sharpen up the edges a bit. Next I'm using my Morphe palette, and I'm going to be taking this purple shade on the bottom row, and I'm just going to be using this to create a shadow underneath the drips so it looks like it's further back than the drips are. So I'm just going to be patting that on with a flat shade brush at the top of the drips and just along the sides a little bit. Now, just a quick disclaimer, I am in no way, shape or form a makeup artist or a special effects artist. I'm literally just winging this as I go along. I had a little practice last night, but I changed the products up a little bit, and yeah, as you can probably tell, I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. There's not really much structure to it. I'm just taking that other eyeshadow brush that I was using to blend the product down my neck a little bit because the line was starting to look a little bit harsh, and then I'm going to continue taking that Morphe colour and just pat it all over my face. Next up's the Naked Smoky Palette. I'm going to be taking the grey shade just to pat all over my face. Again, the exact same reason, you're going to get bored of this, but just to add more depth. I'm taking this purple lipstick again, which is a matte one. I chose a matte one so it did mattify my face down because it was still looking a bit too shiny, and just patting that all over my face again and re-going over my lips. Then I'm taking the black shade out of the Naked 2 palette on a stippling brush and literally just really gently tapping it all over my face, again just to add more depth. This is the fun part. I'm taking the fake blood and I'm going to be putting that on a cotton round, just a tiny bit, and I'm starting to pop that all over my face really gently. This one was quite runny, I found. It probably would work a lot better if you could get hold of a blood that was thicker, or the kind of scab blood. That sounds so gross. But yeah, this worked perfectly well. I think it was from the pound shop. You got 2 in a packet for £1, so you can't go wrong really. It did the job. Now this is my favourite part of the whole tutorial. It's using 3D gel. You have to soak it in hot water for quite a while before you can use it. And I started using it when it was a bit too hot, so it was a bit too runny. But what you do is you basically just literally drip it down your face. It's so easy and it creates such a cool effect. Like, looking at this on another person, I would have thought that it took so long to create this look, but this is all I'm doing, all over my face, and yeah, I love it so much. The only thing with it is you need to kind of tilt your head back a little bit, if not it would literally just run all over your clothes, which this did, to be honest, but totally worth it. So you just want to be adding drips wherever you've put in your fake drips, if you like, and then anywhere else that you feel like needs filling in. I maybe went a little bit overboard with mine, as you'll see in a second, but I just can't help myself. It was so fun. Once you've added in all the drips that you want to do, all you have to do is just wait for that to dry, and there you go guys, that's literally it. That's all I did to create this makeup look. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching if you've made it all the way to the end, and I hope some of you try to recreate this look, because it is pretty simple. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you later. Bye!